Hello, everybody. My name is Matthew, and I am a AI coder that makes 10K a month from just building apps. That is my whole thing, and my goal is to share some information that I have found along the way with you guys. If you're interested on building apps, if you're interested on learning how to make money from building apps, but overall, some tips and tricks that I found from, I guess, around a year and a half so far of my journey. A little bit about my background. Just as I mentioned to you guys, I'm pretty much a freelancer running an agency specific for app development. I work with some big names, and a recent app that I made is called Jack Girl Fitness. It's a woman's fitness app, and that's important to remember because this comes to show and prove to you guys that it doesn't matter what you build or work on, you can make money from it. So let's go ahead and show you how much we've made. And this is in pure profit. So $64,000 with from only 1,700 people that have subscribed. So pretty good. But yeah, right now I'm working on probably 3 different apps, and we can expect at least 2 to 3 times that result. But my point of topic for today that I want to talk to you guys is for those interested on getting into this field, for getting into learning how to make at least $5,000 a month from vibe coding. This is what I would do. This is if I had to do it all over again. I would start with just building things. Like right now, I'm working on this app, and literally just build what you'd like, build and show it to people. Um, these can be cool things like maybe I don't know, whatever your personal interests are, you can make or push something out there revolving that area. For example, you could be a barber, right? And you want to build a barber app. Or let's look up this guy real quick, Hank Green. So Hank Green is actually just, I don't know too much about him, but I always seen his videos on my feed, and he's made this app right here, the one that he just recently posted. And let me type it, Hank Green app. And if you look up, see here, Focus Run by Hank Green. Number 39 productivity, 2.5K ratings. Let's go to screen sensor tower and look at how much they're making. 400K just in the last month. And a little bit of a motivation uh, thing, I would say, when it comes to building apps is software is literally a money printer. Your overhead is fairly low. One of my mentors who's in ecom, when I see the numbers of like the actual, like how much you need to scale a product to generate revenue with drop shipping or anything like that, software is literally drop shipping, but without the overhead. Like the only overhead that I would say that you would have would be with development. Um, and like, I mean, maybe like, let's say this is drop shipping. This is a horrible image. Your overhead would be like this much. Whereas building an app, this is all your revenue, and your overhead probably would be like this much. And the reason why I'm saying that is because your development costs are very low. You can hire anybody, let's say Upwork or anything like that, very cheap. But also, if you want to do it yourself, just type in Claude Code and go here and go to pricing. Let me just show you guys how much it cost. I don't think it says here, but it's like $200. Okay, and I run my 15K, 10K is around on average where I'm at right now. Mobile development agency is powered by AI coding. That's literally what I use for everything. And so I'll be sharing some tips and tricks on what I do, like on the actual coding side. Some things I do to maintain security, I guess satisfaction, make sure everything's secure. We're not pulling a T app. Um, Data breach. I mean, just look at what happened with the T app. They breached over 100,000 people's personal information, right? And so, yeah, that was not good. And so, yeah, that you don't want that to happen, right? But going back to this is another app I'm working on, by the way. Let's go ahead and close that out. And so, yeah, if you want to get started into this, my one piece of advice would just simply be posting. And I know it's gonna sound boring, I know it's gonna sound dumb, but look at how many followers I have. Like my page doesn't even pop up. I have to type this in. I only have 7K followers. And if I go here, I mean, I made a video yesterday, got 2,000 views. This video didn't do good, but I mean, it's okay. Like, think about it. Have you ever? I've heard this from my mentor. The best piece of advice is: have you ever seen like 1,000 people in the room? Let's look at it. Look at this is 1,000 people in the room, right? And if you want to make money with vibe coding, there are two routes that really comes down to it. It doesn't matter if you have some sort of interest, you have no experience, you have experience. That's what the whole purpose of this community that I'm building. It's to bring the best of both worlds. You can have 0 followers. The second you post a video, you are destined to get views, right? And so that applies to if you wanted to not only grow your app, but also if you wanted to start some sort of development agency. Sorry to cut out there, my camera went out, but two ways to make money with vibe coding, AI coding. There's an easier way and there's a harder way. Easier is if you started your own AI MVP agency, which is the route I've taken and the route I would suggest that you take as well. And the reason why it's easier is because you can be the worker. Like, just think about it this way. It's a lot easier to get the job as someone building the house. Like, if you wanted to make money this week right now, you needed to find a job, and I'm Hispanic, so hopefully this doesn't come off racist, right? But I could find some houses to build, and they would put me on the construction team. But it is a lot harder to be the manager. Like, I cannot just jump ship in 2 weeks become the manager managing all the houses, right? You got to put in some ethic, like work. You got to put some skin in the game pretty much. And so the reason why I say building an app for someone is a lot easier is because you can come off as someone with 0 followers or anything like that. My first app was with Jack Girl Fitness, and that did really well. We made $65,000, and it was because I was only known as the person who could build apps, right? I didn't have a following or anything like that, but I could cold DM, I could cold email if I really wanted to. But yeah, you at least if you have little to no portfolio with building apps or anything like that, you've never dabbled with it, it's a lot easier to work for someone to create your own business when you have no experience to show for it. So another reason why I would say building an app for someone is you're 100% focused on development. You know, they came to you or you come to a partnership agreement. They're heavily focused on pushing the app as much as possible. I'm sure if I were to tell you, let's say, um, if you hated cooking and I told you to make a meal, right? You're probably not going to do your best into creating that steak dinner. And so it is good to assign these roles to establish who can push the app out the most, which would generally be the person hiring you. They would care more about pushing it to the audience and sharing it to the world as much as possible. Whereas if I was like, yo, I need you to build the app and market it, that's going to suck. And so that's where I'm like, building an app is a little bit harder on yourself because unless you really care about the product, like let's say I was really into more health and fitness, right? And I were to build a health and fitness app. Let me look up 5x5 strength app. So there's this workout app built by, not this one. Maybe it's this one. Yeah, this one, Sarah Soft. And I think Sensor Tower, yeah, 500K in revenue last month. It is a very simple app, but they executed so well that it garnered, I mean, it's probably the best fitness app. And it's going to be a lot harder to do something like when they started that app, it was just one person. And again, going back to my analogy, it's a lot harder to push something out there that you don't really fully believe in. So if you are going to go this route for building an app yourself, make sure it is something that one, you actually have an interest in, or two, you set a hard stop on building the app. So what I mean by this is you could either, let's go down here and establish these two routes. If you want to go this route for building an app yourself, these two routes would be building a viral app, or number two, or number one, building an interesting app. So here's your 2 routes. Okay, building a viral app, building an interesting app. Okay, so if you're going to build a viral app, you need to at least spend 1 to 3 weeks at most on this. This I would say to 4 months or 1 to 4 months. And the reason why I say this is because if you're building an interesting app, I mean, ask yourselves, we're building apps to make money. Again, money printers. If you're not showing some sort of traction within either of these, you're kind of wasting your time. That's the truth. Building a viral app would technically be something like building an app for height maxing. Like look at this app, right? This kind of falls under the category of building for revenue, building for something that could be viral. And let's go ahead and plug this into Sensor Tower. Let me copy this here. Building an interesting app. This would be food logging app. What is that app called? Saver Pestle food app. All right, so this would fall under the interesting app category. I just want you to like think real quick and analyze. What's the difference between these two? I can name a couple. Well, for one, this one has a lot more downloads, and on top of my head, I can guarantee you that it will generate more revenue. This one over here, on the other hand, just take a look at the screenshots. I mean, it looks great, and I'm sure it's super functional. It just like it looks complex, and so yeah. I mean, let's plug this in. Taller. Let's go to Sensor Tower. Taller. Maximize your height. 90K in revenue. Let's go here. Let's paste this here. All right, let's look up Pestle. 10K in revenue. That's not good. And the reason why I say that is because he built something that he actually cares about. And when you build something you care about, you kind of put revenue behind your interest, really. It's like opening up a baker shop for your wife and knowing she's going to lose a lot of money. And it's because they're just doing something that they love and care about. So if you're going to build an app that makes money, and especially if you're doing this yourself, it's important to follow trends. It's important to know what's going to be viral. And if I were to bet money on actually having to build an app as fast as possible to generate revenue through it, I would say, go with the one that would be more viral, that's catching on to the trends, because I could tell you that this is not really a evergreen app, I would say. Like I would have, like, for longevity's sake, Pestle is a more evergreen app, and like I could see this app, unless they make a bunch of tweaks to it, just like being up here and then boom, like randomly, because people just don't really use it. But whereas this app, it's a long lasting app. The revenue is going to be low amounts, 10K a month, but it's going to be steady because it is a very evergreen lifestyle type of app. That's a little bit of a tip there. To jump on this side, building app for someone, and to give some more information on how to actually start your agency, just post. That's all I got. That's all I got to tell you. Like, build an app, post it on Instagram. Whenever I got my first client, what I would do is I would build my MVP for free. I made a Reddit post a long time ago talking about my offer and just saying like, hey, if you build an app or you want to build an app, I'll build your MVP out for free. If you're not happy, we don't got to work together. And the reason why I did that was because, this is a very high ticket item. Like, I don't charge anything lower than $15,000 for an app. And the reason why I don't do that is because it takes a lot of time, and when people trust you, I'll even give you my offer right here. So the way I do things is, since it's not too high ticket, it could be even more because you are building an app, you're doing it all yourself. But depending on the scope of the project, right? Typically $15,000, that's where things start. I break it up into 3 different parts. And you can copy this. So I have a 35 or no 40 40, 20 rule. My 40, 40 rule, 40, 40, 20 rule is this. 40% of the revenue is upfront. You know, that's to start the app. This is once the app is completed and once I hit 100 subscribers. This rule only applies to apps that I'm building that are less than or equal to $15,000. So just to get the app built, that means, let me get the calculator out for you, right? Times 0.4. They got to pay $6,000. All right. And the only reason why I'm able to do that is because I have a portfolio and experience and I have a small but mighty brand, right? I have a group. And so I have a reputation to live up for. So that gives them a bit like a oomph, like, hey, this guy is like serious, you know, he's not going to scam me. I mean, too, like if they really wanted to get their money back, they could just do a Stripe chargeback and say they didn't get their product. But that, you don't want to do that. If I had to start from zero, right? What I did in the beginning is, I would keep this price the same. I mean, if not, I mean, do 5,000. That's the less plus amount you could do. 5,000 bare minimum. You know, you just want to get your foot through the door, but let's make it easier for them, right? Let's go 0, 80, 20. 0 up front. I'll build you the MVP. Oh, let's go here. 0 for the MVP. 40 for the startup fee, and then 60 for the end. This pricing, I can guarantee you will work. If someone gets on a call with you and you put something in the bios like, let me build an app for you, and you're like, hey, my name is Matthew. I built this. I have a passion for building apps. Doesn't matter, mobile, whatever, but it doesn't matter. And they get on the call with you and they're like, hey, so I've been interested. And you tell them, yo, I'll build you the MVP. If you're not happy with it, cool. But pricing structures like this, once I'm done with that and you're happy, 40% is the upfront cost. And then the rest towards the end. I mean, you could mess around with it. Like if you got to be strong when negotiating, like you could do 2080, but that's putting a little bit more risk on you because, what if you got to know your capabilities as well? Like if they went to you, like, yo, I need you to build a Facebook, right? And you tell them, yeah, I'll build you a Facebook, and then you don't build them a Facebook. Who do you think it's going to hurt more? You, because not only did you tamper and dampen your reputation as a freelance coder or starting your AI agency, right, with vibe coding, but you miss out on a killer testimonial. So until you get some testimonials or some references, this is what I would do. Specifically, like you got to be honest with yourself when it comes to starting projects. Anybody, you got to establish this fine line of like, this is what I can do. I know I don't have too much under my belt in terms of actual projects, so I can waive the upfront fee, but this is how much it's going to cost. I'll deliver you something, and if you're happy with it, we can move forward. And so that's the easiest way to actually like get something rolling, and actually how to build an app for somebody, you know, especially as a vibe coder. And that's really important because a lot of people that I've talked to within my community, if you haven't joined yet, go ahead and join it's linked in the bio, Get Rich with SaaS. And I just talk and share things with the community. I talk to you guys all the time. Also do one-on-one coaching calls that I might actually disable because it's just getting a bit too much for me. But yeah, feel free to join if you want to have a chat with other AI vibe coders. But yeah, it's really not that difficult. Like if you really cared and you wanted to make, if you posted once a day, right? Look at the videos. They're not doing too well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's just break down the numbers. You want to close a deal, a 5K app, right? You want to close a $5,000 app deal. Just to break it down mathematically for you guys so you can get some clarity and just to understand me real quick. Every view is a lottery. Every view is a person. This is 1,000 people. In 2 videos, you have 1,000 people just staring and watching your video. Okay? All right. So let's scale that at the bare minimum. Okay. If you did this, boom, 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 500, 500, 500, just posting about app related stuff. Just whatever AI coding, doesn't matter what it is, 500, 1,500 people. You just successfully, let me find the picture again, had this amount of people watch you do something. You can sell or build an app for at least one person, guaranteed. Every single person I talk to, family, relatives, grandpa, something like that, they all have some sort of interest in an app, right? Think about it. They might have a thing where like, oh, I've been thinking about having this cool idea. Everybody has a cool idea. But the second you mention to them, well, I can actually build it for you, that's when the light switches, right? That's where you make your money, because you're able to take their idea, bring it to reality, and that's what they want. Sell them the dream, because you are bringing that dream to fruition. And again, that's where I come back to this pricing structure. If you don't have a big enough following, they're like, oh, this guy is kind of a nobody. That's where you switch it on them. Like, yeah, I know I'm a nobody. Let me deliver you something, a Costco sampler, to see if you like it. And it's really easy. You can build an app in like a day, you know? And so, yeah, do this for 7 days. Talk to me and do this for 7 days, okay? Just do it for 7 days. Boom. 1,500 people. Anyone want to take a guess on how many people that's going to be? Let's see here. 7 times 1,500. You now have 10,000 people watching. Let's go here. In 7 days, you would now have a Taylor Swift size concert looking at you. I mean, one person's got to buy from you, right? I mean, that's not even mentioning just, this is just on one platform. Let's go here. Boom. Okay. Multiply that. Let's just go on one platform. Boom. 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 Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You can probably throw in LinkedIn there if you want. You now have a NFL size stadium. I mean, 40. Let's just look at what 30,000 people is. 30,000 people who have successfully watched your videos. I believe you can pull it off. If you do this and this doesn't work, I don't know what to tell you, because it works. It works for me, and I'm truthfully barely even trying. So give it a shot. 7 days. If you made it this far, just try it. 7 days posting something app related. Show your progress. Show it needs to be your content related to you as a developer. Show that you're building stuff. Show something. Okay. And I can guarantee you, you will land a contract. I already discussed with you how you should price it and everything like that, and what you should do if you have no testimonials, what you should do. What I do when I do have testimonials, my bare minimum pricing, my bare minimum as somebody who would charge if they had no testimonials. And yeah, that is pretty much it. You know, it is a lot simpler than people make it out to be, or a lot, I don't know. It's a lot simpler than you think. That's what I meant to say. If that's even a word, okay? All right, now to jump on the other side, to actually get users for the app, especially a viral app, the best piece of advice I have to give to you is take a step back and understand politicians, what they do in order to make decisions not only now, let's say, and what do presidents do? What's one of the main things? They know their history. And the reason why they know their history is because it helps them make the decisions of tomorrow for us as a country, right? And this is important because you can see what mistakes other people have done in the past. You can learn from them so that you don't have to make them yourself. So let's see what's working, what's worked in the past for other people. One random person that I picked, Lox Club, a Jewish dating app. Let's look at how much they're making. It doesn't say here, so let's go to Sensor Tower, Lox Club. 100K in revenue last month. Okay, let's look at the founders of Lox Club. Lox Club. Lox Club founder. Lox Club was it was founded by the boyfriend of Camila Cabello. And this was founded in 2020 as a joke. Wait, what? Okay. Lox Club, TikTok videos. I mean, oh, so they blew up from TikTok videos. And remember when I told you guys that your videos get 500 views a video, right? Imagine if they start going viral and they're actually popular. Well, in this scenario, it did. This one got 3 million views. This one got 2 million views. This one got 2.3, 2.9 million views. And instead of funneling it into their own personal brand to build apps for other people, the funnel, let me just visually show this to you guys. So the funnel here is you post videos about yourself and you get the clients with the goal of building apps. But here, the funnel would be you post videos that are funny, semi-similar to the app. Like, for example, this intern's marketing, our intern. I mean, these are just funny videos, right? If I were to post these videos and they blew up, I don't think that the people and the viewers will not convert well into my service. But this really fits well into the app because the videos are related to the app. It has humor. And I mean, I haven't watched every video, right? But these videos that they're posting, if I put in this bio, do you want to build an app with me? I'm sure not that many people are going to actually buy from me. So they position the type of content that they made into what their end goal was. For example, this app, this app is making 100K a month. I'm sure if you did the same thing, same logic, twist it a bit, instead of it going to the app again, it goes to you, your agency, so that you can make 5K a month as fast as possible. This is a little bit different because you're betting that people are actually going to download the app, and this is a whole monster itself. Now you got to make sure your app is good and all that. This could take a while to build the app. But it's the same thing here, right? I just took a random app. I showed you guys. This dude, Oskin Kevich, I mean, he randomly, he started this app, right? He did some videos. I'm sure he probably didn't make it himself, but I mean, just look at how well he's doing now. A little bit of a tip too, also, if you don't want to post the videos, like you have to post the videos. If this is related to your personal brand, for example, I'm not going to have other people post videos for me because this is building my brand, right? Like it would be weird if you saw someone else posting videos like this, then you didn't see the person posting it, right? So when it's about like building your own audience and everything like that, you got to show your face, right? But for this, you don't really have to. You don't have to actually post videos yourself like this. You can go on websites like SideShift and you can hire people to post those type of videos. And here's the cool thing about it. Like you can find just regular people, they post videos and they'll just post videos constantly, like that Lox Club TikTok. Okay. A little bit of a golden nugget of knowledge. If you wanted to post and hire people, right? Here's how you structure the pricing. So here, you got to pay a monthly price, I think, to actually get access to the influencers, but you still have to pay them. And let's go here. Let me sign up. And I put myself as the person getting paid, choose, and just look, 1,500 a month, 1,500 a month, 4,000 a month, 2,250 a week. And so, yeah, I mean, that's how much people are paying a month, and they're expecting you to post these videos. So if you were going to hire somebody, at a budget price amount, you could do the lowest being, I've seen 500. Let me just write this out for you guys. How to hire UGC creators. $500 with the incentive, 500 to at most 2,000 if they're really good. But yeah, you could hire people to post videos or send videos to you and you post them. But this is where things shine. This is where you actually want them to try. You do an incentive. What I've seen the most is $100 per 100,000 views. So if they get 100,000 views, they get $100 as a bonus. And so, I mean, just thinking about this app right here, the Lox Club app, they probably did more, but the bigger the bonus that you give, the more of an incentive they get to actually make the video blow up. That's important to you, because if you're thinking like, man, videos suck and I hate posting them, that's when you incentivize other people to post and make videos, so that if they do well, they get paid more. And it's just a circle of happiness, because now you get users to your app. Now you get people who, it's just like there's no negative consequence to this, except to the fact that you do have to put some sort of payment into it. And so if the funds are aligned with your pockets and you're willing to put at least $5,000 into marketing, this is where I would put it to get your first 100 users for your app. especially if it's B2B or B2C focused. So that concludes pretty much everything what I wanted to talk about on how to not only make 5 to 10K a month as fast as possible within 30 days, but 2 routes as well. If you wanted to build an app yourself as a builder, or if you are a entrepreneur mindset, someone who wants to get into the app space and generate some revenue from it. That is all I have to talk about. Let me know if you have any more questions that I can answer for you guys. But thank you for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video.